Hello and welcome to Monster Jam Steel Titans 2. Today we have a 10-truck freestyle run here in Indianapolis. Up first we have Captain Curse, Fear the Curse. We also have fan voting, so at the end of all the truck runs, go into the comments and vote for which freestyle run was your favorite, starting off with some big air. Nice. Going across the pod into a nice trying to get a stoppie. Gets a nice bicycle out of it. Big air, gets the beacon into a stoppie. Can he pull it into a moonwalk? And he will. Can he ride it out though? He does. Let's see what else he can do. Okay, going back across the pod with some huge air into a nice sky wheelie. Going for the backflip. And an incredible backflip. Let's see what else he can do in this run today. We have some amazing trucks for you later on with a nice sky wheelie. Oh, and he flips the truck into a wheelie. That's incredible. Trying to keep it in the white line. Into a donut. Getting the cyclone. This is going to be a good score tonight. Just keep it going, keeping the momentum. It's what you love to see. It's an amazing run to start it off with. Oh, getting some cross-threading onto the pod and collecting another beacon. Ooh, just barely keeping it inside the white line. Some more cross-threading. Oh, with a bad bounce, flipping it over. And on its side, can he save it? Yes, he can! Almost! Save it! He's almost there! And he saves it! What an incredible save! Keeping the momentum. The fans will not go sad tonight. Again with some huge air in the sky wheelie. An interesting bounce. Oh, the truck is not liking the dirt over in that corner. Let's see if he can get out of it. And almost went for another backflip, and that will be the end of Captain Curse's run, landing on his side. An amazing run, high score. I know the fans treat him nicely. Next up, we have Zombie. Let's see what he can do, if he can one-up Captain Curse. And go. Starting off slow. Into some air. An interesting bounce. He seems to have it under control. Going around the track, looking for something. Up the log stack into a huge sky wheelie. How incredible is that? Going for some more air with the sky wheelie. The zombie special. Oh, and a weird to the side. Interesting bounce. Seeing a lot of cross-threading, that's what you love to see. And more cross-threading into a twister backflip? Corkscrew backflip, that's what's called. Going for nearly a double backflip into a stoppie moonwalk. Riding it out, too. This is an incredible run. And this is only the beginning. Oh, and he tries to get a stoppie and just flips the truck going back onto all wheels. Cross-threading a bad bounce. Keeping it under control. Just not letting that truck roll or flip on its side. Some more huge air going across the pod. Into a bicycle. Trying to save it, but he hits the backup container. And can he manage to save it? And he sort of does into a bicycle, keeping the momentum. Getting some more, another sky wheelie. Oh, with a terrible bounce. Can he save it again? He will. Alright, backing up. That's going to kill his momentum. We never like to see that. It looks like he's going for some huge air. And huge air is what he does with the sky wheelie. Into a no wheelie, stoppie, moonwalk, walk it out. Oh, it's what you love to see. And the timer is out. This is just his bonus time, and that will be the end of his run, ending it with a stoppie. That was an incredible run. No, that did not disappoint the fans. A little slow at the beginning, but then went incredible. Next up, we have, what was it? Gas Monkey Garage, that's right, I couldn't remember. Alright, let's see what Gas Monkey can do with this independent truck. So, all the body panels and everything for that truck he pays for. So we have to be careful with it. Getting a nice stoppie at the beginning. Moonwalk back, walk it back up. Try and do the same thing, but decides not to. Some cross-threading. Cross the pod! Incredible! Some huge air to top it off. Some more air. Going right into the pod. This is an incredible run. Well, like, into a stoppie right before the containers. Beautiful! Just the momentum and the way he's going about it is beautiful. Going for a backflip. Oh, and he saves it. Trying to save it. Got a backflip. Bounced it on the hood. Moonwalked out of it. Just like Zombie. Alright, cross-starting. Bad bounce. Going up on the pod. Some more cross-starting. Alright. Nose wheelie. Saves it. Can he? Let's see what else he can do. Going back across the pod. Some huge air. Oh, bicycles. And saves it too. Okay. Going back across the other side of the track. Some more air. Trying to get a sky wheelie. Doesn't work out. Trying to keep the truck from pooping on the lid. Going back across the pod. Beautiful. And a little crooked. Back across another pod. This is a nice one. Nice momentum. Oh, and a cross-threaded. Oh. Keep it going. Just gonna call it a twister. It was horseshoe, that's what. Alright, into some donuts, getting a cyclone, and wheelies out, and saves it from going on its side. That will be the end of his run. Fairly good run. Wasn't too bad. I know the fans might have liked that. Can't wait to see what the fan judges give him. Next up, we have Blue Thunder. Feel the energy. This is going to be a good run. Whenever Blue Thunder's on stage, it's always good. A nice stoppie at the very beginning. Okay. Does the same thing. Moonwalks it over, lands on the hood. Into another stoppie. Okay. A lot of technical moves at the start of Blue Thunder's run. Let's see what else he does do. Moonwalks it back to the container. Sky wheelies across the pod. Cross-starting across another pod. Bicycle. Okay. It's a very technical run for Blue Thunder. Huge air and a sky wheelie. Going right into another pod with some more air. This is beautiful. It hits the container, but that's alright. Accidents happen. They didn't shut him off. Going across the pod again. Or actually, I don't know what that section's called, but get some huge air over it. Into a donut, into some cyclones. Today is not a good day for me trying to speak, but that's alright, because this is an amazing run from my Blue Thunder so far. So far, all these runs have been great. Can't wait to see the fan judging, and this is only the fourth try. Into a backflip, slow but beautiful backflip with a perfect landing. The tailgate of that truck is starting to come off a bit, but hey, so far it's the only truck that's kept its integrity, and with a bad bounce on the side of the BKTs, going across the pod into a stoppie, very technical, moonwalking it, back up onto the pod, into a wheelie, and flips it on its hood. Can he save it? He cannot. It's going to be the end of his run today. Unfortunately, he had to end it by landing on the roof. That's okay, because it's still an incredible run, a very tentacle run. And some good fan judging there. Next up, we have, on the 5th truck, we have Bakugan Dragonoid. Let's see what he can do today. But we had some technical difficulties here in the announcement room with Bakugan with a beautiful backflip, and I saw his stopping moonwalk earlier, walks out of it with a stopping moonwalk into a wheelie, with some huge air sky wheelie, bounces perfectly on the back BKT to get into a stopping position, and rides it back across. It has some nice speed. Trying to get some donuts up across on the side of the pod, keeping them donuts in check. With a nice little cyclone, and it comes out perfectly. Jumping right across the big jump. These trucks are not liking the dirt on that side of the track though. It keeps getting all wonky on them. Another. Oh, what? What is that? A double front flip? Or just one front flip? I couldn't tell. This is an incredible run, just going crazy. He doesn't care if that truck gets bent out of shape or anything, just letting it bounce all over the place, and it is beautiful. Some nice sky wheelie. It didn't count as a sky wheelie, but I'm calling it a sky wheelie because that was beautiful. Riding across the track, going across the pod, and occasional bounce, landing kind of sideways. That's okay. Keeping up the speed and momentum, the huge air. Try to get a sky wheelie and ends in a stoppie. In bonus time now. Comes off the pod all sorts of sideways and crooked with a bicycle and ends it with the truck on its side. It's beautiful. It's what we love to see. You know, the fans like that run. Okay. Next up on the track, we got Toro Loco Black. So you know, when you mess with the bull, you're gonna get the horns. This I already know. Whenever Toro Loco comes on the track, it's gonna be a beautiful run. Starting it off, giving the fans a little teaser with the smoke, and here we go. Just riding the momentum, got some big air off the first pod. Jumping across the second pod, getting on its side with the bicycle, into a stoppie, moonwalks it back onto the pod, into a wheelie, trying to ride it across, and gets it perfectly over, hasn't broken a single panel off that truck yet. It's what we love to see. Cross-threading across the pod perfectly with a perfect bounce, across the other pod with a huge air and sky wheelie. Going for the backflip, and a beautiful backflip with the smoke coming out the nose, what you'd love to see, with, I'm calling it a bicycle one-wheel stoppie moonwalk. Going across the pod again, jumping across another pod, getting all sideways, rolls the truck, loses the horns, into a bicycle, but that's okay. Keeping it running. Going back across the first pod again with some huge air coming down perfectly across the other ramp. Flipping the truck perfectly around. Going for the huge air jump. With a sky wheelie. Bounces perfectly on the back BKTs into a stop wheelie position. Or a stopping position. Moonwalking it back. We're trying to walk it out. Doesn't have momentum. Flips the truck back around. Back across the huge jump and gets it perfectly with a sky wheelie and big air. Gets the truck to a bad bounce, trying to get some donuts, gets the donuts with no smoke, into a cyclone. It's what you love to see. Whipping the truck back around, getting a nice position on the pod. Across the pod again. Getting another sky wheelie into a stoppie. Walking it out with the nose wheelie. Bouncing it up across the pod. It's beautiful. Into a donut cyclone with the smoke. Oh, the fans are going to love this run. Into a wheelie. What a beautiful way to end the run in bonus time. Walking it perfectly across the pod into another wheelie. Slams it up against the side. And the truck's going to end on its side. What a beautiful, beautiful run by El Toro Loco. It's probably the best run so far. Next up, on the track here in Indianapolis, Indiana tonight, we have Avenger. Lucas Oil Avenger. This is going to be a good run. Mr. Excitement. Okay, getting across the pod, nice and efficient, with some big air. Going across the other pod, ooh, bad bounce on its side. Keeps it in check though. Keeps it around with a big air jump. Jumps perfectly with a sky wheelie and some big air into a stoppie. He's going to moonwalk it, and he is going to moonwalk it. These have been some very technical runs here tonight. Up on the big air jump onto the pod, into, on its side, saves it. It's beautiful. Into another stoppie, moonwalks it back onto the big air jump, and staying on those two front tires. It's what you love to see. Back into another stoppie, and moonwalking it back again. He is just loving to do that on that section right there. Going across the other side of the track now, whipping it around. Going for the backflip ramp. With a huge backflip into a stopping moonwalk. Going across the pod now. Gets an interesting position and flips the truck and keeps it in check. Going back across the big air jump, but going off the pod this time with a sky wheelie big air and bouncing perfectly off the back BKTs into a stopping moonwalk. Into a bicycle onto the pod, going all the way across, looking around for the very first pod again. Gets a decent bounce and a weird spot on it. Whips it back around to the same one for the 3-log stack with the sky wheelie. It's beautiful. And tries to whip it back around. Flips the truck and lands it perfectly back on all 4 BKT tires. That was a beautiful run by Avenger. I know the fans are going to like that one. Next up on the track is Monster Mutt, everyone's favorite golden retriever. This is gonna be a good run. I can just feel it in my bones. Hopefully, it doesn't come try to get my bones. Whipping it across the pod, landing on its side, bouncing off of it perfectly, whips it around to the pod. Sky wheelies all the way across the pod and bounces it perfectly into a stoppie. Moonwalking it backward. Lands perfectly on all 4 BKTs. Going across another pod, a huge sky wheelie in big air and rolls the truck on its roof. But it's okay, because he got it back on the side, and now it's back on the side again, and it's back on all 4 BKTs. Going for the big air jump. Gets across it just fine. Oh, never mind, that's a bad bounce. Going to save it. He's trying, but the truck is not liking this dirt. And he saves it into a wheelie. Now he's just going to walk the dog across the track. That's what you love to see from the Monster Mutt. Going across the first pod again. Triple log stack. Tries to get it across the threads all the way around, back on Now he's back on the side, gets it back on all 4 BKTs. Now he's going for the back flip jump with a huge, perfect backflip. That was beautiful. Going for another pod again. Just trying to get across it. And he does with a nice wheelie and stopping. Whipping around, getting some donuts, chasing his tail. A cyclone, it's beautiful. Into a wheelie and flips the truck back on its side again. This is a beautiful run by Monster Mutt. He's rolling the truck and flipping it, but keeps getting it back on all 4 BKTs. That's what the fans love to see. Bonus time now. Rolling the truck across on the 2 front BKTs, stopping, moonwalking it back with some aggression. Well, that's a good boy right there. Just like every golden retriever, that's a good boy. Tries to get some more, but his time runs out, unfortunately. Next up, that was a great run by Monster Mutt. I know the fans are going to love that. Everyone's favorite dog. Next up here in Indianapolis, we have Max D Gold. Going to give us a fantastic show. Max D always does. Here we're going to get this run started. Alright, going to get Stoppy on the first pod and bounce. And big air across, going across the second pod. Gets it on his side with a bad bounce. Keeps it on all 4 BKTs after getting a Stoppy. Going back across the first pod with some huge air in the sky wheelie. Bounces it into a Stoppy, or at least tries to. And is now going for the backflip ramp. And gets a corkscrew backflip that lands on all 4 BKTs. Tries to go on the side, but keeps it on all 4 BKTs. So we'd love to see. Goes quickly across the big air jump. Flips it back around. Going back for the big air jump. Sky wheelies across it. Gets it into a Stoppy. And tries to get a momentum moonwalk, but just wasn't in the right position to do it. Jumps across another pod, getting sideways with a bad balance, flips it on its side. Tries to flip it back on all 4 BKTs with regression, flips it back on the other side, but now he has it on all 4 BKTs. It's beautiful. There's another sky wheelie, flipping off the pod. Going for a dead stop, I don't know what that was about. Okay, going back across another pod with a nice little half bicycle. Looking it back to the ground for the big air jump. Tries to get a sky wheelie, but just didn't have the force and tried to get another momentum moonwalk. Just can't get the truck in the position to do it. And that truck is giving him a lot of hiccups tonight. Tries to get a bicycle and gets a little one. Cross-threading on the pod, gets the truck sideways with a bad bounce, lands it quickly on all 4 BKTs. Tries to cross-thread into a sky wheelie, gets it on the side and gets it back on all 4 BKTs. It's a nice bicycle, bounces it across the pod into a nice well, that's going to be the end of his run tonight. It's a bit of a lackluster run for Max D, but that's alright, so it's still a great run. Next up is Gravedigger the Legend. Now this should be a fantastic run. Gravedigger family always gives the fans a show. Starting with the Stoppy, and walks it all the way back to where he started. Starts going back across the pod, trying to get it looks like it's going to Stoppy into the moonwalk. He's doing it again, walking it across the pod, stops again, walking it backward, trying to get a moonwalk out of it. He does it successfully. Gets it on his side, can he save it? Yes, he can! Almost. Oh, and he does save it. Okay, now he's going across the track to the big air jump. It's a sky wheelie across it perfectly. Whipping it back around. Going for the backside of the big air jump. Now the sky wheelie across it bounces it onto the front two BKTs into a stoppy, moonwalking it back, showing Max D how it's done. It gears the truck on its side, keeps it in check, and gets back off of BKTs with some style. Now skywheels across the first pod, going into the backflip with no momentum, but gets it perfectly into a moonwalk. Trying to get a bicycle there, but didn't work out. Trying to get up onto the pod to have a cross throw onto it, or a crab walk onto it, my bad. Nose wheelies off of it. He gets the mid-air bicycle off another pod. Truck's giving him some hiccups on this side of the track. I'm telling you, these trucks do not like this side of the track. But he's keeping it in check and getting it back and off of BKTs. Going back across the track into a log stack with a huge sky wheelie. Lands it perfectly on the back two BKTs into a wheelie. Whipping it around. Going across it again into a stoppie, and that will be the end of his run. What a fantastic run by Gravedigger, the legend. Now remember, we do have fan voting, so now this is the point where you go to the comments and you vote for your favorite run, and the winner of this event will be back in the next event.